Welcome to the Kingdom Culture Podcast that was created on purpose with a purpose to empower, uplift, and guide others to the center of God's perfect will. Kingdom Culture family, welcome back to the Kingdom Culture Podcast. I hope everybody's having an amazing week so far. This week I wanted to talk about something more personal. So I'll let you guys in on a secret. I turned 30 last week Friday, and so yearly I do this reflection on my birthday where I sit down and I look at where I was last year to where I am now. And I realized that I've had a lot of success with a lot of things. You know, we hit 100K last year. I was able to pay off and be debt free. And, I was able to purchase a new car. I was able to start my coaching business, obviously. I've been working on my mindset even more and more. And we've just been growing on this side of the screen, right? But I realized that's all good things. That's amazing. I'm closer to the Lord. I've overcame a lot of struggles. But my biggest success, the best thing that I've ever done, I think, was give birth to my son. And, becoming a mom, sometimes, not everybody can relate, obviously, but if you're a parent, and if this is, if you're younger and you're watching this can help you later in life when you do become a parent. Truth is we'll do anything for them, right? And it dawned on me that I started to heal 4 years ago. My son's about to be 4 in October, and I realized that he was the reason why I started this whole healing journey. He was the reason why I wanted to change, why I wanted, to be financially free, have time freedom, location freedom, and everything else, like at 100%. Because before, when I was 17, and all of that stuff, I was doing it so that I could retire my mom or help her with the bills and make sure that she's taken care of, which I am doing. But my mental health and my emotional health were not the greatest when I was pregnant. And I realized that I didn't want my son to feel all of these things. I didn't want my son to grow up and feel like who I was before was normal. Always rushing and anxiety, forcing my way through life, feeling like I was never going to finish, or that there is a finish line in the world, because there's not. I think as humans we're meant to grow, and we're meant to keep going and set new goals and keep chasing after, the things that we love for the rest of your life, just like you're going to chase Jesus for the rest of your life until he comes or you go, right? And it was just really cool because when I was reflecting, I was like, wow, he is the greatest thing, and I wanted to become better for him so that he had a better example to look up to, right? I had to be better. I wanted to do better. So let's talk about it, right? I totally ignored, when he was born, I totally ignored that I had to take things slow and be as present as I could be. Literally, the moment he was born, I said, cool, I have a schedule. We are going to make sure that we stick to it, and I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. Even when I was breastfeeding, FYI, but TMI, I think it's TMI, too much information. I was reading a book. I was not resting. I was literally always on the go. I was always doing something. And when he napped, I could not nap. And if you're a mom, you know that we need to nap. You know that is a thing that we need to do because it's exhausting. Feeding a child, taking care of them when they're little, they need your attention 24/7. But no, my brain was I gotta get going. I gotta make sure that I make it. I have to be home with him. So I was always on the go. And I think that was the very first thing that I did incorrectly. Not saying that if you do this, it's wrong. But from my point of view, I should have just been present and rested and slept with him and made sure that I was okay. Because I was trying to give my 100% to him, and my 100% to my success, and 100% to myself. And we can't do that. That's impossible. So that was the first thing that I feel like I needed to slow down, right? I needed to just realize that I could heal, but I was also in the mindset of like, I need to heal, I need to do things, and I need to do them fast because I'm gonna run out of time. And I think I would give advice about that to truly, you can work on different things. You can desire to grow, you can desire to be better, but you have to take care of yourself first. And you cannot pour out of an empty cup, right? Like, I knew he was going to copy everything I was doing. I knew that he was going to look up to me for answers, because babies are born with nothing. And I think it's the coolest thing, because they are the purest form of everything. Because when we're a baby, we're not, conscious. We don't get thrown into the fire, or go through tragedies, or go through life and the things that happen to us and our traumas. It doesn't happen when we're born. It happens as we grow up. So I knew that I needed to heal, because he was going to copy me. He was going to see how his mom and his parents carried themselves through life, and I wanted to be better, right? And like I said, I needed to care about not only my finances and emotions, but my physical body as well. I needed to slow down and not rush. I burned out by month 4, and because I burned out, there was another shift. And I think God has so much grace with us that even though we think that what we're doing is good, and what we're, aiming for is good, he still will come and say, hey, hey, you need to slow down. And my body, I burned out. I burned myself out. Like, it was insane. I think it was randomly on a weekend. I was just trying to be present with him. And babies sleep a lot. Like, let's be real. Like, they sleep a lot, but they don't sleep a lot at nighttime. And I think that's what really, truly did it, because I went back to work. And I just burned out. And I remember that it was on a weekend. And I slept. I slept for like 12 hours one day. And my husband said, like, you can't keep doing this. You can't keep just pushing on and pushing on. Like, if it's from God, he will align everything he needs to, so that you are able to do what your heart desires. If it's not from God, then let it go. And when I heard that, I was like, yeah. I am running around exhausted, not taking care of my body, not taking care of myself, so I can be here for my son. And that's what shifted everything. That's when I realized, like, that I needed to build a schedule, yes, but make sure that it aligned with what my son and myself needed. So then, that's when I started working out again. A lot of the anxiety of not being perfect was gone when I would step into the gym. It became a healthy outlet. I started to prioritize my mental health and my emotional healing, rather than making money or making sure that I was the perfect mom. I would get home and enjoy my son. I would take the weekends and get up a little bit earlier. This is when I started my morning routine that we talked about last week. Last week we were talking about routines. This is why I started to do my morning routine, because I said, okay, I can't pour into my son if I'm not okay. And I can't be the best or show up as the best version of myself to anybody else unless I'm taking care of myself emotionally, mentally, and physically, and spiritually, right? And that's when I decided, like, cool. So my son wakes up at these times. By that time, he was, already a year and a half or something like that. And I said, no, we're gonna get a routine going. And that's when I decided. I'm like, I have to wake up before everybody else and go to sleep with everybody else. So we would sleep at 9 a.m. Kind of, for me, it was kind of a weird shift, because before I would work the 9 to 5, and from 5 to I want to say 10 or 11, I was up working, studying, making sure that I knew what I needed to know so that I could build a business from the ground up. So that was a weird shift of like, oh yeah, you have to go to sleep earlier so you can wake up earlier. And it was hard. It was hard for the first few times, but after a while you get used to it. Like I said, like it's a habit that you form and that it lasts for a long time. So here we are, still having the morning routines and feeling great, right? So I started to work out again. I started to make sure that I was taking care of me so that I can pour into them. And then I chose to be as present as I could be. I realized that my son did not need a perfect mom. He just needed a present mom. And I think that's with everything. That's the season, that I realized that being present was everything and anything that really mattered, because tomorrow's still not here yet. And yesterday is gone. So why are we going to be in this present moment right now and be stressed and not feeling like our best selves and not being able to enjoy everything around us? Like, I feel like society or the way that we're living right now is too fast paced that a lot of us cannot enjoy the present moment. We're either already thinking of the next thing when we have what we've been praying for, or we're stressing about something that hasn't happened yet. And it's just this constant, back and forth. And I really think it's because of the way social media has changed everything. And I truly hope, that we get to slow down and be present. And a lot of more people realize that our lives are outside of this phone. Like, if you're watching this right now, I'm so grateful for you, and I hope that you continue to watch us. But go outside and get out of the screens, because our lives are outside of this. Our lives are in our present moment with the people that love us, with the things that we have right now. We are somebody right now. And we should be able to just enjoy it. Enjoy our life. Enjoy everything that the Lord has set out for you, this far. And that's what I realized. I'm like, my son needs somebody present. And I also shared last week that I'm now trying to create an evening routine so I can spend even more time with him. So being present is the one thing that he needs. Being that parent that actually cares about what he has to say, cares to spend time with him, cares to hear what's on his heart, cares to pray with him, cares to show him who the Lord is, cares to put worship music on and just have fun, right? And that's what I want to do for my 30s. Be as present as possible, be the best mom that I can be, because that is my biggest accomplishment. Make sure that I'm taking care of myself so that I can show up for you guys, for myself, for my son, for my family, for anybody that needs me, the best that I can. And so far, we're doing really well. This healing journey has been amazing. The Lord has been teaching me a lot. And reflecting, it's like, wow, he's brought me this far. I haven't shared this, but there was a time where I didn't want to live anymore, right? And as I was thanking God, I said, wow, we made it to 30. We made it to 30. And I know that I've always tried to grow and be better and be successful, but here we are. And here I am, enjoying my present moment. I did not mean to get emotional with you guys, but just be present, right? Enjoy your life. You only get one. And this, right? If you're a believer, that we know that there's an eternal life, but you only get one life like this. You only get one chance to bring as many people as you can to the kingdom of the Lord. You only get one of these types of lives. Why not make it the best one? Why not just enjoy it, be present, and get rid of everything else? Because at the end of the day, you don't want to get to your deathbed and say, man, I know I could have done more. Shoot. This is the end of it. I shouldn't have stressed so much. I should have been there for people. There's this book that I read about the regrets of people. And a lot of them are like, I wish I didn't work so much. I wish I could have been more present with my family. I wish I could have seen my friends more. I wish I could have enjoyed more of my life. I wish I could have been happier. And that's what I realized also, like, life isn't about material things, at least for me. Life is about loving others, being present, and being happy with my life. Being content without all of the external things. Being content internally and making sure that I'm the best that I can be, because I can't be at 100 all the time, but be the best that I can be and live life and flow through life than just struggle through it. Right? So my biggest piece of advice for parents, moms out there, is to give yourself grace. Like, healing and personal growth aren't selfish. They're necessary. Start small. Take 5 minutes to move your body. Write down one thing you love about yourself each day. Make sure that you are pouring into yourself, reading the Word, spending time with the Lord. Do things that you love. Like, this is what I've been talking about in the last few episodes. Like, what is your passion? What makes your heart jump? What are things that bring you happiness? Right? Because that's what matters. Your child, your friends, the people around you will thank you for it, because you'll be showing them the importance of self-love. You'll be showing them the importance of showing up for yourself, taking yourself seriously, going after everything that you love. That is the best thing that you can do for somebody, apart from showing them who the Lord is. And that's just my perspective, and I will always have that. After the Lord, self-love, best thing you can do. Take care of you. Make sure that you are not avoiding triggers, not avoiding things that you need to, right? And heal. Because I'm here. And it's only because of the Lord. Because He's allowed me to realize that life is beautiful. So, motherhood is one of the most challenging and rewarding roles we take on. But it's also an opportunity, an incredible opportunity for growth. So, if you're feeling overwhelmed, remember that it's okay to take time for yourself. The more you grow, the more your child grows with you. The more the people around you grow with you. The more that they will see you as an example, as a leader. And just enjoy life, honestly. I'm 30, and the best years are yet to come. The Bible verse for this week was cool. So it's Proverbs 31, 25, and 26. Proverbs 31 is my favorite Proverbs ever. But it says, she is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. She speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. This verse emphasizes the strength, dignity, and wisdom that women carry, qualities that can grow through both motherhood and personal healing. It reflects how, as a mother, you are not only raising your child, but also growing in strength and wisdom, both for yourself and as a role model for your child. We can turn this as well and say that men, like, you can walk with strength, you can walk with dignity, you can focus on tomorrow and, make it in a positive outlook. Laugh. Laugh at the days to come. Laugh at the days to come. That tells me that my future is bright and I should look forward to it, because it's in God's hands. It's not because of me. It's because of Him. So, I hope that you guys found value in this. I love you so, so much. Don't forget that. And don't forget that the Lord loves you even more. Thank you for being here, and I hope that you can share this with a friend, put it on your socials, or, just give it to somebody that might need to hear it. I love you guys, always. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week.